Hello everybody, and so we're gonna do it today, all this. So today's MLB.TV game just did an update. A new update file of MLB The Show had to be downloaded, so it just needs some time. Let's start with the previews now. We just got a Matt Davidson. So the Nationals are going to play the Marlins. Last night, the Marlins beat the Nationals 7-6. The Nationals blew a 6-0 lead, and so the Marlins came back and won. But let's be honest, the only reason the Marlins kind of won was because Max Scherzer only went one inning. He left the game. He threw one inning. He threw a warm-up pitch before the bottom of the second, and he had a neck spasm, so he couldn't continue to play the game. So that's why he pitched one inning, and that's it. The Marlins were lucky, and they won the game. But you know, their offense was kind of good in that game. So it's gonna be, what is it? Blue Jays against White Sox. So the Nationals and the Marlins, huh? Nationals are 63-42 after their loss yesterday to the Marlins. And the Marlins are 50-55, which is not that good, but we're getting there to try and get above 500. This game is going to be at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time at Marlins. They did announce last night around midnight that A.J. Cole is going to be their starter. Vance Worley is going to start for the Marlins. In what has already been an eventful series, A.J. Cole and the Nationals will play a rubber match against the Marlins at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday at Marlins Park. On Monday, Gio Gonzalez became 3 outs from a no-hitter before D. Gordon broke it up in the ninth. Max Scherzer followed that up Tuesday by belting his first career home run before exiting with neck spasms. Washington called up Cole 1-0, 1.50 ERA to start the series finale. In his lone outing this season, the right-hander picked up the win after tossing 6 innings of 1-run ball against the Phillies. In 2 career starts against Miami, he owns a 5.14 ERA. Vance Worley, 0-2, 6.42 ERA, will toe the rubber for Miami. The right-hander could be pitching to keep his spot in the rotation. In 38 and a third career innings against Washington, Worley is 4-2 with a 3.29 ERA. So let's be honest here. The Marlins will probably win, considering Cole has a 5.14 ERA against the Marlins, but Worley's 3.29 against the Nationals, so we might be seeing an advantage here for the Marlins. 3 things to know about this game. Daniel Murphy has owned Worley throughout his career. He's 12 for 22, 545 with 2 doubles and 1 triple. This season, lefties as a whole have done well versus Worley. They are hitting .329 against him, and he has given up a .319 mark overall. Bryce Harper has hit 22 home runs against the Marlins, more than any other team in his young career. The slugger, however, is just 2 for 10, 200 with 0 extra base hits in his lifetime off Worley. New Marlins closer Brad Ziegler entered Tuesday with a 66% ground ball rate this season to rank in the top 10 among pitchers who have generated at least 100 batted balls. Unfortunately for Ziegler, he has allowed a .308 average on those grounders, which is well above his .228 expected average according to StatCast based on the quality of contact. So next up, we got the early game. This game, right now, here in Florida, where I live, it's 1:02 p.m. This Tigers-Yankees game was supposed to start at 1:05 p.m. But I just got a notification saying that the game is going to be delayed because there's some inclement weather. So we still got some time to get this done. So the Tigers are 48-57. The Yankees are 57-48. This game is going to be at 1:05. Like I said, it's going to be at Yankee Stadium. Jordan Zimmerman is going to be on the mound for the Tigers, and opposing him will be Masahiro Tanaka for the Yankees. Coming off a career night, the right-hander Masahiro Tanaka will take the ball, looking to build upon his previous start when the Yankees faced Jordan Zimmerman and the Tigers on Wednesday afternoon in the Bronx. Tanaka 8-9, 5.09 ERA has been inconsistent for much of 2017. Several of his outings have been of similar quality to his 14 strikeout performance on Friday night, only to see him regress in his following start. After he struck out 13 against the Athletics on May 26, he allowed 7 earned runs over 5 2/3 innings. The next time he took the mound, Tanaka tossed 7 innings of 1-run ball against the Blue Jays on July 3, before surrendering 5 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings 6 days later. Let me take some water real quick.
And it's back to 2-1.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can
locate it, adding to this are his splits against the Tigers. Tanaka is 0-2 with a 5.60 ERA in 3 starts lifetime versus the Tigers. They've touched him up for 5 homers and 13 runs, 11 earned over 17 2/3 innings. Still, Tanaka's start against the Rays on Friday night featured him at perhaps his most electric, which should give the Yankees hope that he started to return to his ace-like form of previous years. Of Tanaka's 21 swinging strikes in his last outing, 18 came on sliders and splitters. He also got 18 on pitches out of the strike zone, second most by any pitcher in a game this season, behind Zach Greinke's 19 on May 27. Zimmerman has fared well in his 3 career starts against the Yankees. He's 2-0 with a 1.80 ERA in 20 innings. 3 things to know about this game. Tanaka has not pitched well during the day games this season, posting an 0-5 record with a 14.81 ERA. Yankees third baseman Todd Frazier is 5 for 18, 278 with 2 homers lifetime against Zimmerman. Detroit's Ian Kinsler leads Major League Baseball with a 19-game on-base streak. New York's Brett Gardner leads the majors with a 13-game hitting streak. So 2 of the good streaks going on here. This game will be on the MLB Network. The lineups have already been announced for both teams. For the Tigers, it's going to be Ian Kinsler, Jim Adducci, Justin Upton, Miguel Cabrera, Nicholas Castellanos, Victor Martinez, Mikey Matuk, James McCann, and Andrew Romine. For the Yankees, it will be Brett Gardner, Jacoby Ellsbury, Aaron Judge, Gary Sanchez, Didi Gregorius, Matt Holliday, Chase Headley, Todd Frazier, and Ronald Torreyes. Next up, Blue Jays against the White Sox. It's the MLB.TV game of the day, starting at 2:10 p.m. at the Guaranteed Rate Field. The Blue Jays are 50-57, and the White Sox are 41-63. Happ and Holland to duel for free on MLB.TV.
That's just a pitch that's a little easier.
A pair of struggling left-handers take the mound Wednesday as the White Sox send Derek Holland 5-10, 5.40 set at the Guaranteed Rate Field. The game will be broadcast live for free on MLB.TV. Holland has fallen off since the end of May, when he led White Sox starters with a 2.37 ERA. In the 10 starts since the start of June, he has a 9.46 ERA and has allowed 17 homers. In his last start against Cleveland on July 28, where he allowed 6 runs in 4 1/3 innings and allowed a homer for the 5th straight start, he expressed some frustration with his performance as of late. "My execution is what killed me," Holland said. "That's what took me out of the game. I'm frustrated with the way I'm pitching. I have to do better. This is killing our bullpen. If we're going to point fingers, I'd rather they do them at me. It's my own fault. I've killed that bullpen for the past few starts." Happ is coming off a rough July in which he went 1-3 with a 5 ERA in 5 starts. He put together a quality start in his last outing, where he allowed 3 runs over 6 innings while taking the loss against the Angels. Compared with his first 10 starts of the season, Happ in his past 4 outings has seen his strike rate fall from 66.3% to 59.8%, according to StatCast. Happ has thrown just 23.7% of his pitches while ahead in the count, compared to 30.5% in his first 10 starts. He's looking to recapture some of his June magic, where he reeled off 4 consecutive starts for his best stretch of the season to bring his ERA down to 3.71. He's not gone deeper than 6 innings since that run ended June 29. 3 things to know about the game. The White Sox will likely be without MLB pipeline top prospect and starting second baseman Yoan Moncada, who is day-to-day with a right knee contusion after running into teammate Willie Garcia. Rick Renteria said he was walking around pretty good. He said he felt pretty good. We were going to try to stay away from him Tuesday and if need be Wednesday. I think he's doing fine. The White Sox and Blue Jays have each had their struggles on the mound. The White Sox had the highest ERA in baseball in July at 5.68, with the Blue Jays posting the second highest mark at 5.53. Happ will be making his 5th career start against the White Sox. He holds a 2-2 record with a 3.96 ERA against them. Toronto has been a problem for Holland, as he's posted a 6.99 ERA in 9 appearances, 8 starts against them. Well, we're going to take a look at the standings. The Blue Jays are last place in the AL East, a .467 win percentage but they're 6-4 in their last 10 games. Meanwhile, in the AL Central, the White Sox are also last place. They have a .394 winning percentage as they are 3-7 in their last 10 games. Both lineups for the teams have been set. For the Blue Jays, it will be Jose Bautista, Josh Donaldson, Justin Smoke, Kendrys Morales, Steve Pearce, Kevin Pillar, Rob Refsnyder, Miguel Montero, and Darwin Barney. For the White Sox lineup, it's going to be Tim Anderson, Tyler Saladino, Jose Abreu, Kevin Smith, Nicky Delmonico, Lurie Garcia, Carlos Sanchez, Alan Hansen, and Adam Engel. The Twins will face the Padres at 3:40 p.m. Eastern Time at Petco Park. The Twins are 50-54. The Padres are 48-58. Irvin Santana is going to start for the Twins, and it's going to be Luis Perdomo starting for the Padres. The Padres and Twins conclude their 2-game series with a matchup of right-handers Wednesday at Petco Park, with Irvin Santana going for Minnesota and Luis Perdomo pitching for San Diego. Santana has excelled against the Padres in his career, posting a 1.69 ERA in 4 starts, but he hasn't pitched against them since 2014 while with the Braves. The San Diego lineup he'll face Wednesday will be much different, as infielder Yangervis Solarte is the Padres' lone offensive holdover from that 2014 team. Perdomo has never faced the Twins, but he has an 0.82 ERA in 2 starts against the American League Central in his career. He came within a strike of 7 innings of 1-run ball in his last start Thursday against the Mets, but Yoenis Cespedes' double began a 2-out rally that left Perdomo on the hook for 4 runs in 6 2/3 innings. Things to know for this game: Santana has allowed a home run in 5 straight starts, with multiple homers in 3 of them. He has a 5.34 ERA in that span. Perdomo has allowed a 2.93 average when opponents put the ball on the ground this year, compared with a 2.26 expected average based on the quality of contact, according to StatCast. Out of 51 pitchers with at least 150 at-bats on grounders this season, that gap of 67 points is the largest, although teammate Clayton Richard is also 3rd on that list. Of Perdomo's 76 strikeouts, 53 of them have come on his curveball. That 69.7 percentage ranks 3rd among starters with at least 50 strikeouts. So the Twins lineup is set. The Padres lineup is set, not the Twins. For the Padres, it'll be Manuel Margot, Corey Spangenberg, Jose Pirela, Yangervis Solarte, Will Myers, Hunter Renfroe, Austin Hedges, Dusty Coleman, and Luis Perdomo there. So the Twins still do not have their lineup yet, so we don't know. I'll let you know as soon as I get it. Alright, the Reds are taking on the Pirates, 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time at PNC Park. The Reds are 43-63. The Pirates are 51-55. The 2 starters, it's going to be Robert Stevenson for the Reds against Trevor Williams for the Pirates. When the Pirates and Reds started their 3-game series on Tuesday, it was the first time the National League Central rivals met since May 4. Cincinnati has owned the season series thus far by a 7-1 margin, including its 9-1 victory in the series opener. Pittsburgh is 27-24 versus teams with better than 500 records, but 24-31 versus losing teams after Tuesday's loss. While Reds manager Brian Price didn't have a theory on why his team dominated the Pirates in April and May, Pirates manager Clint Hurdle had a few. I think it's a combined effort. It takes all three components, Hurdle said. We need to pitch it better. We need to field it better. Probably need to hit better. We caught them at a very good time of play for them as well. Sometimes teams just play well against you. We would like to improve upon that moving forward because there's a nice stretch of games in front of us against similar teams that are under 500. It's a topic of conversation that we're having internally as well. We are aware. In the second game of the series Wednesday night, the Pirates will start Trevor Williams, 4-4, 4.53 ERA. Against the Reds, Robert Stevenson, 0-4, 7.86 ERA. Williams faced the Reds twice earlier this season out of the bullpen and gave up 4 earned runs over a combined 4 innings. Stevenson is making his third big league start of the season after being recalled from AAA. He also faced the Pirates as a reliever twice in 2017 and allowed 4 earned runs over 4 2/3 innings. 3 things to know about this game. Gregory Polanco, out of the Pirates lineup since July 22 with a strained left hamstring, went through a full-on field workout Tuesday and could potentially return to the lineup on Wednesday. The Pirates have gone 2-7 without Polanco. Reds catcher Devin Mesoraco caught a bullpen session on Tuesday to test his sore right knee. While Mesoraco has been available to pinch hit the past couple of games, there is a chance he could return to working behind the plate on Wednesday. Of the 48 four-seam fastballs Stevenson threw in his last outing, less than half went for strikes, and nearly 40% were beyond even the edges of the strike zone, according to the StatCast's detailed zone. The pitch did not generate any swings and misses. So we'll see, because it's a very struggling Stevenson there. So we'll see what's going to happen here in this NL Central matchup. And then the Royals will take on the Orioles at 7:05 p.m. Eastern Time at the Oriole Park at Camden Yards. The Royals are 55-50. The Orioles are 52-54. Jason Vargas is going to start for the Royals. He'll face Jeremy Hellickson of the Orioles. So that Hellickson is going to make his Orioles debut in this game. The Orioles rotation acquisition, Jeremy Hellickson, will make his Baltimore debut on Wednesday night in the series finale against the Royals. Hellickson, who was acquired from the Phillies on Friday, is 6-7 with a 4.73 ERA in 20 starts this season. The 30-year-old righty will face Royals lefty Jason Vargas, who is 13-4 with a 3 ERA, as the Orioles go for a sweep of a 3-game series and their 5th straight win. I'm ready to help, Hellickson said Monday, of an Orioles team fighting for an American League wildcard spot. There's still 2 months to play. I've been part of teams that came back from 9 back in a month. It's definitely doable. It's always fun to come back to do things that people say you can't do. So it'll be a fun 2 months. Vargas and the Royals, who have a little cushion for the second AL wildcard spot, will look to cap their 3-city road trip with a win. After winning all 6 of his starts in June, Vargas picked up his first win in July in his last outing by tossing 6 innings of 1-run ball in Boston. Things to know about this game. Vargas 0-3 with a 2.76 ERA and a complete game in Camden Yards in his career. Additionally, opponents are batting just 200 with runners in scoring position off of the lefty this year. Hellickson will be well rested. He was scratched from Friday's start for the Phillies and took a light work day on Monday. In 9 games, 8 starts at Camden Yards, he is 3-2 with a 5.01 ERA. Royals first baseman Eric Hosmer has lit it up on the road. His .340 away batting average is 4th best in the AL. So we'll see. 2 great pitchers going at it. Hellickson making his debut. Vargas has been really pitching well this year, so we'll see who's going to take it. The Indians will take on the Red Sox at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time at Fenway Park. The Indians are 57-48. The Red Sox are 59-49. Trevor Bauer will start for the Indians, and starting for the Red Sox will be Rick Porcello. In a rematch of Game 1 of the 2016 American League Division Series, Indians right-hander Trevor Bauer and Red Sox right-hander Rick Porcello square off in the series finale on Wednesday at Fenway Park. Porcello, the reigning AL Cy Young award winner, he has had a tumultuous season. His Achilles heel has been the amount of home runs allowed, having already given up a career-high 25 homers in 22 starts. That was the case on Friday against the Royals. Porcello allowed 4 runs on 6 hits over 7 innings for his Major League leading 14th loss of the season. All 4 runs came on home runs. Meanwhile, Bauer impressed on Thursday against the Angels in his best start of the season. He allowed 1 run on 7 hits in a season-high 8 innings for the win. Boy, did he clutch up, Indians manager Terry Francona said after the start. He had to get himself out of a couple innings. He competed like crazy. On a day when, I don't know, he maybe struck out a handful of guys. Man, did he pitch really well. I think the best thing of all was just the way he competed. He really got after it. 3 things to know about this game. Eduardo Nunez is 11 for 22, 500, with 9 RBIs since being added to the Red Sox 25-man roster prior to Friday's game. Indians designated hitter Edwin Encarnacion is hitting .325, 13 for 40, with 5 doubles, 3 home runs, and 10 RBIs versus Porcello. Bauer has struggled at Fenway, going 0-2 with a 12.91 ERA in 3 appearances, 2 starts. So we'll see about this ALDS rematch, and let's see who's going to take it. Porcello really doesn't have a good record this year, but, well, Trevor Bauer doesn't have a good ERA either, so this game is going to be broadcasted on ESPN, so we'll see that. The Dodgers will face the Braves at 7:35 p.m. Eastern Time at SunTrust Park. The Dodgers are 75-31, and the Braves are 48-57. The 2 starters, it'll be Brock Stewart for the Dodgers, and it's Julio Teheran pitching for the Braves. After giving up 3 home runs in both of his past 2 starts, one of which was against the Dodgers, Julio Teheran faces a tough assignment at SunTrust Park on Wednesday.
At the plate, Omar Narvaez. He takes his first cuts
when he again squares off against a streaky Los Angeles team that has won 9 straight games. The Dodgers will be looking to become just the 3rd team since 1913 to post 3 separate 10-game winning streaks in the same season. The Braves would like to see the Teheran overcome his home woes and pick up a win after losing his last 3 starts. The struggling right-hander has posted a 6.88 ERA since the All-Star break and has been knocked around in 10 home starts, with a 7.05 ERA at SunTrust Park. Teheran, who has given up 13 home runs, both at home and on the road, will see a Dodgers lineup full of players who have hit him hard in the past. Corey Seager is 3 for 9 against Teheran, with all 3 of his hits leaving the ballpark. Other tough outs for Teheran include Yasiel Puig, 5 for 10, home run, Chase Utley, 7 for 28, home run, Logan Forsythe, 3 for 5, home run, Yasmani Grandal, 6 for 3. Braves manager Brian Snitker said Tuesday that Teheran's struggles haven't affected the way he goes about his routine in preparation for his starts. He is just the same guy every day, Snitker said. He's going to give everything he has on that game day. Atlanta won't have to face Dodgers ace Clayton Kershaw, who went down with a back injury when the Braves last saw him on July 23. Instead, Dodgers right-hander Brock Stewart will get his 2nd start since taking Kershaw's spot in the rotation. Stewart went just 3 2/3 innings against the Twins last Wednesday, but all 5 of the runs scored on him were unearned. He was let off the hook with a no decision as the Dodgers rallied for a 6-5 win. Things to know about this game. Per StatCast, 3 Dodgers rank in the top 30 in baseball in average exit velocity. The ball comes off Peterson's bat at an average speed of 92.1 miles per hour. Cody Bellinger, 91.9 miles per hour, and Seager, 91.7 miles per hour, are not far behind. In his first start of the season, Stewart became just the 8th Dodgers pitcher this year to allow multiple hits in a game on balls with exit velocities below 70 miles per hour. One of those, a 67.7 mile per hour double from the Twins' Zach Granite, is the 3rd softest extra base hit of the season against LA. Teheran has struggled to retire batters with the bases loaded this year with a 50.14 ERA, a 2.14 whip, and a 455 batting average against in those situations. So the Dodgers are going to try and get their 3rd 10-game win streak of the year. So we'll see how that works out for them. Let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still got 7 games to do. So I'm gonna drink some water.
The 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
All right. Next up, the D-backs will play the Cubs at Wrigley Field. It is an 8:05 p.m. game. The D-backs are 60 and 46, and the Cubs are 57 and 48. So for the D-backs, it'll be Zach Godley starting, and Jake Arrieta will start for the Cubs. Cubs right-hander Jake Arrieta looks to carry his success in July over into August when he takes the Wrigley Field mound against the D-backs on Wednesday night. Arrieta was 3-1 with a 2.25 ERA in 5 July starts, and he is riding a streak of 13 starts in which he has allowed 6 or fewer hits, the longest of his career. He will be well rested, working on 2 extra days of rest due to Monday's off day and having his start pushed back a day so John Lester could start Tuesday. Right-hander Zach Godley, who was originally drafted by the Cubs, will get the start for the D-backs. Arizona acquired Godley from Chicago as part of the Miguel Montero trade prior to the 2015 season.
And it's 2-2 now.
Godley is coming off one of his better starts of this year. He tossed 7 shutout innings against the Cardinals last week in a 4-0 D-backs win. 3 things to know about this game. Godley's curveball has induced 74 swings and misses out of the strike zone this season, a total that ranks 3rd in the majors, behind only the Astros' Lance McCullers Jr. and the Indians' Corey Kluber. Arrieta has made 5 career starts against the D-backs and is 5-2 with a 3.31 ERA. In those games, he has struck out 40 and walked 6. D-backs' third baseman Jake Lamb is expected to be back in the lineup after getting Tuesday off. So we'll see. 2 good pitchers, and Arrieta's well rested for this matchup, so we'll see if he can get the win in this one. Next up is another 8:05 p.m. game. It's the Mariners playing the Rangers at Globe Life Park in Arlington. The Mariners are 55 and 53, and the Rangers are 50 and 56. Starting for the Mariners will be Ariel Miranda, and it'll be Andrew Kashner for the Rangers. The Mariners and Rangers close out their 3-game set Wednesday with Ariel Miranda facing Andrew Kashner at Globe Life Park. Miranda, 7-4, 4.31 ERA, has been the only Seattle pitcher to make every start this year. He's coming off a career-high 10 strikeout performance against the Mets, though he took his 4th straight no decision and closed out a winless July, during which he posted a 6.55 ERA. But when Miranda posted a 20% swinging strike rate against the Mets in his last start, it was the 2nd time in 4 July outings that he reached that plateau. No other Mariners starter has done it even once this season. Kashner, 6-8, 3.48 ERA, has had better recent success, as he has won back-to-back starts for the first time since 2014, and has posted 4 straight quality starts while going 3-1 with a 2.36 ERA. This will be Kashner's 3rd time facing Seattle this year. He is 0-1 with a 3.18 ERA in 2 prior outings at Safeco Field. Miranda has faced the Rangers once in his career, an 8-3 win last September when he gave up 3 earned runs on 3 hits over 6 innings. Things to know about this game. After getting Tuesday off, his first in 34 games since returning from the disabled list, sprained ankle, Mariners shortstop Gene Segura will be back in the lineup for the series finale. He hit .299 in those 34 games and ranks among the league leaders in batting average for the season at .322. Mariners' third baseman Kyle Seager has hit 22 career doubles at Globe Life Park, the most of any active visiting player. Second on that list is former Mariner Ichiro Suzuki with 20. Including retired players, Seager has the 5th most doubles of any visiting player. Garrett Anderson tops that list with 25. Robinson has held Mariners standout Robinson Cano to a .200 average, 3 for 15, with no extra base hits in prior meetings, but hasn't fared as well against Seager, 5 for 13 with a homer, or Segura, 6 for 18 with 2 doubles. So we'll see. I mean, Kashner doesn't really have a good record, and Miranda has a really good record, so we'll be seeing how close this free game really is. Next up, the Cardinals will take on the Brewers at 8:10 p.m. at Miller Park. The Cardinals are 52 and 54. The Brewers are 56 and 52. Luke Weaver will start for the Cardinals. He will face Brent Sutter of the Brewers. With Matt Garza and Adam Wainwright still nursing injuries on the disabled list, the Brewers and Cardinals will turn to alternate starters for Game 2 on their 3-game series at Miller Park on Wednesday. Left-hander Brent Sutter will take the mound for the Brewers 1 day ahead of schedule, and Cardinals right-hander Luke Weaver will make his second start of the season. Sutter, who will be on a normal rest with the Brewers off on Monday, is coming off one of his best outings of the season, having allowed no runs on 4 hits in a career-high 7 innings against the first-place Cubs on Friday. He is 0-1 with a 3.12 ERA in 3 games against the Cardinals this season. Weaver tossed 5 innings against the D-backs in his first start of the season on July 27. His only runs allowed came on JD Martinez's grand slam in the 4th inning. I thought Luke did a terrific job. His stuff looked sharp. It was one rough inning there. Manager Mike Matheny said. 3 things to know about this game. Domingo Santana's RBI single in the first inning of Tuesday's game snapped the Brewers' 0-for-33 drought with runners in scoring position, the longest drought in the club history. Prior to that hit, the Brewers' last hit with runners in scoring position came a week before, when Santana delivered an RBI single in the 8th inning of a win versus the Nationals in Washington. When they activate him on Wednesday, the Brewers will be hoping that a deadline deal for right-handed reliever Jeremy Jeffress will help him rediscover the success he experienced in Milwaukee before being dealt to Texas a year ago. Although Jeffress' surface level numbers suffered there, StatCast shows a batted ball of hard hit balls that actually dropped from 28.8% to 27.7%. Weaver was 0-1 in 2 starts against the Brewers last season, allowing 4 earned runs in 12 innings while striking out 18. So who knows who will win this matchup, because the alternate pitchers that usually are not in the starting rotation are going to come in and make some work in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4 games left here. Next up, we have the Rays against the Astros at 8:10 p.m. At Minute Maid Park. The Rays are 55 and 53. The Astros are 69 and 37. Austin Pruitt will start for the Rays. He will oppose Dallas Keuchel. Dallas Keuchel hasn't lost a game this year. He's been really impressive. 9-0 with a 1.94 ERA. So we'll see how the lefty does in this matchup. And actually, I can't check the preview because I'm pressing preview and it doesn't give me the preview. So I'll try and get something else for you guys. So here we go. It's because it's weird, because on my iPhone it gives me the previews, but on my iPad it doesn't. It just gives me stuff that's happened to the pitcher. So don't understand what's not giving me it. Alright. Better than nothing, huh? So Austin Pruitt's going to start for the Rays. On Friday, Pruitt made his first start, taking the place of injured Jake Odorizzi, who went on the 10-day DL with a back problem on July 26. Pruitt allowed 3 home runs and 5 runs total in 5 innings against the Yankees. Well, Dallas Keuchel's going to start for the Astros. Keuchel had to shake off some rust Friday in his first MLB start since June 2. He needed 63 pitches to get through 2 innings and ultimately lasted only 3, allowing 3 runs. Keuchel is 1-4 with a 4.70 ERA in 7 career starts versus the Rays. So yeah, that's it. I'm thinking the Keuchel's going to win this one. We'll see. It's gonna take some time for him to adjust, though. Mets and Rockies will battle at 8:40 p.m. at Coors Field. The Mets are 48 and 56. The Rockies are 61 and 46. Starting for the Mets is going to be Chris Flexen, and it's Tyler Chatwood pitching for the Rockies. Rockies right-hander Tyler Chatwood is set for his first start since July 15 after spending some time off. Chatwood went on the 10-day DL with a calf strain, while Chad Bettis, Tyler Anderson, and Antonio Senzatella are also in the mix for rotation spots. So Chatwood will look to have a strong outing when the Rockies face the Mets on Wednesday, something that hasn't been the case over the right-hander's previous few starts. It will be Chatwood's first start since July 15, when he exited in the first inning with the calf injury. He leads the National League with 62 walks, averaging 4.4 per game over his past 5 starts. He's awful hard on himself. I think sometimes the emotions of the game can get in the way of his performance, Rockies manager Bud Black said. But to his point of how he feels physically and his stuff, his ball-strike ratio from game to game, or even the whole season, is not where it needs to be a consistent starting pitcher. But when he's right, he's really right. The Mets will send rookie Chris Flexen to the mound for his second career start. He went just 3 innings in his debut versus the Padres last Thursday, giving up 4 runs, 3 earned on 5 hits. Flexen had a 1.66 ERA in 7 starts with Double-A Binghamton before being promoted. 3 things to know about this game. Chatwood has notched the first pitch strike by getting a called strike, swinging strike, or foul ball just 43.6% of the time per StatCast. That's tied with teammate Kyle Freeland for 4th lowest among more than 90 pitchers who have faced at least 400 batters this season. Chatwood's last start before heading to the DL came in New York, where the Mets jumped on him in the first inning. 3 of the 5 batters to face Chatwood walked, and Jay Bruce hit a 3-run home run. Entering Tuesday, Yoenis Cespedes is a career .370 hitter at Coors Field with 4 home runs and 9 RBIs. So wow. So we're gonna see the rookie against the rookie Flexen against the struggling Chatwood, it seems, here in this game. Next up, the Phillies will take on the Angels at 10:07 p.m. at the Angels Stadium of Anaheim. The Phillies are 39-65. The Angels are 52-55. It's going to be Jake Thompson pitching for the Phillies, and he will face J.C. Ramirez, who will pitch for the Angels. 2 pitchers involved in 2 of the biggest trades in recent Phillies history face each other Wednesday night at Angels Stadium. Angels right-hander J.C. Ramirez, 9-9, 4.29 ERA, faces Phillies right-hander Jake Thompson, 1-0, 4.50 ERA in the second game of the 3-game series. The Phillies acquired Ramirez and 2 other prospects from the Mariners in a December 2010 trade that sent Cliff Lee to Seattle. The Phillies acquired Thompson and 4 other prospects from the Rangers in July 2015 for Cole Hamels. The Phillies let Ramirez walk following the 2013 season. He bounced from the Indians to the D-backs to the Mariners to the Reds before joining the Angels in June 2016. He pitched well out of the bullpen before moving into the rotation this season. Thompson just rejoined the Phillies rotation, taking the place of Jeremy Hellickson, who was traded. Things to know about this game. Among pitchers with at least 1,500 total pitches thrown this season, only Clayton Kershaw has gone to a breaking ball, curve/slider, more often than Ramirez, according to StatCast. The righty has used his breaking stuff 50.2% of the time in 2017. The Phillies entered the series as the youngest team in baseball, following trades in the past week that dealt Pat Neshek, Hellickson, Howie Kendrick, and Joaquin Benoit to postseason hopefuls. The Phillies are an average age of 26 years, 238 days old. Thompson has earned a second start after pitching 5 scoreless innings on Friday against the Braves. Thompson struck. Who's going to win this one? Next up, we got the Athletics against the Giants at 10:15 p.m. So at AT&T Park. The Athletics are 47-60. The Giants are 41-67. And this game will be at AT&T Park, as I said. Daniel Gossett will pitch for the Athletics, and Matt Moore will pitch for the Giants. The Bay Bridge series moves to San Francisco on Wednesday night as the Giants and A's play the third of their 4-game interleague set. For the Giants, left-hander Matt Moore will take the ball with hopes of keeping up a solid start to the second half in a rough season. Moore is 3-10 with a 5.74 ERA and has allowed 83 runs this year, just 10 fewer than the most he's allowed in a full season, 93 in 2016. Moore went winless in July, going 0-2 in 5 starts with a 4.76 ERA in 28 1/3 innings. His last win was June 20 in Atlanta. Buddy's pitched at least 6 innings in his 3 starts since the All-Star break, including going 6 1/3 against the Dodgers on Friday. Moore's allowed 4 runs in each start, 9 total earned runs, but has been able to keep his pitch count down and throw late into games. Meanwhile, the A's will send right-hander Daniel Gossett to the mound. The rookie carries the same ERA as Moore with a 2-6 record in 9 starts. In his last start, Gossett had his shortest outing since his debut, allowing 5 runs, 4 earned in 3 2/3 innings Friday against the Twins. He gave up 9 hits, walked 3, and struck out 4. But he won his start prior to that, surrendering 2 runs in 6 innings against the Mets on July 23. Things to know about this game. The Giants hold the advantage over the A's at AT&T Park, entering 2017 with a 28-20 at their 18-year-old ballpark. In his career against the A's, Moore is 1-1 with a 7.04 ERA in 4 starts. Left-handed batters have given him trouble all season, and it hasn't just been a matter of bad luck, according to StatCast data on the quality of contact against him. Moore, who has reversed splits over the course of his career, has allowed the highest expected batting average, 323, and expected WOBA, 420, among all southpaw pitchers who have logged at least 50 at-bats against lefty hitters in 2017. Look for Rajai Davis to get a start for Oakland. The right-handed hitter is 5 for 17 in his career against Moore with 2 doubles. Yeah. So guys, it's gonna be it. But I'm not about to just leave this game empty-handed like this. I'm gonna finish this game. White Sox are winning 2-1, so in this game at least. Team select. Picking the White Sox, we can end this game already. James Shields on the mound, okay. So we're gonna end it here after this game, but yeah. I don't know what's the worst record in baseball, Giants or Phillies. I think it's Phillies, I think. It's because the Giants have 2 more wins than the Phillies. The Phillies have 39 wins, Giants have 41. But the Giants also have 2 more losses than the Phillies, because the Phillies have 65 losses, but the Giants have 67 losses. So I don't know. I would need to look in the winning percentage to see who's got the worst record there.
Swing and a flare hit toward right.
I'll take a look at it right now in the standings.
1 down.
Standings. The Phillies have a 375 winning percentage, while the Giants have a 380 winning percentage. So yeah, it's the Phillies still have the worst record in baseball.
Pitch on the way.
Give me guys a second, because my mom is calling me. I will continue the game.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Oh, what happened? He can't make the play. The throw into second. The tag, and he's nabbed, trying for 2.
The batter, the fielder.
Here's Steve Pearce now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. The windup and the 0-1. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. Here it comes. Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. Jays go down in order. Our score remains 2-1.
Leading off the 4th,
Alan Hansen the next.
Alright guys, I was talking to my mom. We're all done, and we did another MLB preview, so I'm taking this as a success. So I'll see you guys in the next video.